what's up everybody? It's your mortgage expert, Brian McCauley here. So you're looking to buy a house or even refinance a house in Dallas, Texas, but you're worried about this government shutdown and what it means for you buying a house and getting a mortgage? Stick around. In this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know. So listen, there's a lot of folks out there looking to buy a house, looking to refinance a house. They need a mortgage, and unfortunately, a lot of mortgage products, a lot of mortgage third-party systems, government-related, FHA, VA, USDA. So with this government shutdown, by the time you watch this video, hopefully everything will be back in place. But if it's not, let me tell you how it's going to affect you on a home loan. Probably 60% of mortgages are government-backed. Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, FHA, VA, USDA. Now, some of these institutions won't be affected, some of them will, but there's also a lot of third-party items that are government-related and government-used items, and some of those software systems, third-party verification systems, may be temporarily shut down, and that has a lot to do with how that affects home loans. So let's get into it and talk about what to expect. Well, the main loan products that are going to be affected are going to be FHA loans, they're going to be VA loans, and USDA loans. Now, if you're already in the process of having an FHA loan and you've got past a certain point, you won't be affected, but this is really for new origination and new loans for people that are maybe pre-approved, trying to get under contract, but assuming this doesn't fix itself in the next week or two, there'll be some temporary pauses. If it does fix itself, obviously everything will move forward accordingly. But there are certain things like FHA loans that they are still functioning, they're insuring, but they're starting to slow down. People are getting furloughed. USDA is furloughing a lot of people. That is temporarily on pause. VA loans are still good. There's a lot of essential government workers and military that are being paid. So things like that, I don't believe are going to shut down, but specific to buying a house and getting a mortgage, be some shortage on FHA stuff, VA stuff, USDA stuff. There's also a lot of third-party items like IRS transcripts. What that means is like you give a lender your tax returns or your W-2s and stuff, lenders can't always just believe that stuff is factual. So what do they do? We send in a form to the IRS and say, hey IRS, Mr. Jones or Mrs. Jones gave us these documents. This is how much they made. Let us validate and verify with you with transcripts. So we request a transcript to make sure what we have is what they have and it matches. That's another government system. IRS obviously is still running, but with some of these systems being shut down, they have reduced staff and the turn times are slower. So where it may take us 3 to 4 days to validate that income, sometimes it can take a week or two. There's a lot of things like that, flood insurance, FEMA. So sometimes it's not just the loan product itself. It has something to do with validation on a lot of third-party items, and a lot of these government loans also have government third-party systems that lenders use in order to verify and validate all the systems. So there's always a scare tactic every year that this may happen, but usually both sides come together at the 11th hour, pass some bill, everything's all good. This is the first time that I can remember in years, I've been in the business for 20 years, that I've actually witnessed a true shutdown that's been going on for a few days. And so there's a lot of updates going out. It's still early on. So because it's in the beginning, they're still allowing a couple things to happen. But if it continues and there's more layoffs and more freezes and more pauses, and a lot of these third-party government institutions and loan programs won't continue to function, and that really has a bad bearing on loans, especially on purchase loans. Purchase loans are time sensitive, meaning if somebody's under contract, they've got an option period, they've got a financing period, probably got movers and all these things. And so it puts everybody in a difficult spot, which is like, hey, I was pre-approved, everything was great, I've got a 30-day close, it was an FHA loan, a USDA loan, but now these things are slowing down or these things are on pause and you can't move forward. So it puts the seller and the buyer and the realtors and all these people in limbo, and it can cause a problem. So hopefully it doesn't continue for too much longer, but it can cause a problem. On a refinance, if you're in the middle of a transaction or trying to do an FHA or VA refinance, it's not as important, even though obviously you want to get the savings and you want to make the loan happen because you're already in your house and you're comfortable and safe. Those loans obviously can be put on pause. So what the future holds, I don't know. Personal opinion is I think they'll come to some type of agreement hopefully in the next week or two. But in the meantime, there are some third-party validation systems that are not working because obviously there's a government shutdown, government employees aren't working, they're furloughed, they're not getting paid. So it is starting to jam up the pipeline, slow things down on our side. Again, because there's so many things and so many people involved. I'm not just on home loans, but everything. Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, government workers, military, VA, TSA, all these things. I don't see this lasting long because there's just too many people affected. But even if it lasts for another 4 to 5 to 6 days, it will slow the process down temporarily. Once they come to an agreement, they'll flip the switch back on. Everybody will go back to work. All the systems will be up and running, but there will be a little bit of turbulence and a little bit of slowdown. So if you're out there looking to buy or refinance in this little small window, and this government shutdown continues or maybe drags out, try to prepare yourself and buyers, sellers, contract prices, contract times, time frames, build in a little bit of cushion, because when it comes to certain things, lenders can make moves and work all night and push through and, you know, work like crazy to beat the clock. When you've got third-party government systems and loan programs that are backed by the government shuts down, our hands are tied. So again, don't want to discourage you. I think it'll be fine. I think this stuff will lift here in probably the next few days to a week. Hopefully by the time you see this video, it is over and done with and you just got some good data, but in the event that it's still going, these are things to expect. So prepare for the worst, hope for the best. I think everything will be okay, but stay close to the news. If you're buying a house, refinancing a house, doing an FHA loan, VA loan, USDA loan, get with your lender, get with your realtor. If you're in the thick of it and all this is still going on, and prepare and adjust your time frames and expectations accordingly until all this stuff goes away and we get back to normal. So listen, if you found this video useful, do me a favor, drop a comment below if you got any questions. Feel free to like, subscribe. Also share this with any of your clients or anybody else, friends and family that you know that could benefit from something like this. A lot of people have fear around these shutdowns and getting home loans. I'm not exactly sure. So share it with them. If you got any questions, you want to give us a call about what's going on right now. Talk about a refinance. A lot of people are refinancing, saving money, getting pre-approved, don't know where to start. Reach out to us first. We're always here for you. Call us, email us, text us. We're always here to help. Until next time, stay tuned.